So, if you guys are any of my avid viewers, you remember from long ago that I did a video about why I don't drink. Fantastic, eh? So it's November 15th or 16th now, I guess. It's like 1 in the morning. I've gotten drunk twice this year. So every now and then, like I'll get drunk or I'll have a few drinks, and as I am now, I'm a lot of it intoxicated. I got drunk with a couple coworkers who also drank, and one of them that I work with like every day, 5 days a week kind of thing. He was very he was I'll kill you and stuff. And like, you bring it out, the evil and devil in me. And he was very adamant about that. He wasn't very liking me so much and so stuff. And anyway, we at the end of the night, after he vomited everywhere, then he was like, okay, you're my friend, lick your girlfriend's pussy or I'll beat you. I'll punch your nose in, is what he said. I'm like, okay, I'll do it. I'll pleasure 10 times. We don't have to fight about it. Okay, you don't have to talk me into it. Anyway, so this video was about me wanting to do, because I was at work earlier and I was like, oh, I seen 2 comments. One from a guy named, one moment, I'm partially blind, Spoonage 117, Spartan 117. Nice. Anyway, he said on Project Bluebeam Antichrist, as an atheist, because I asked, what do you atheists think about this whole Armageddon scenario? He says, you're forgetting that you do not know that it's the apocalypse because it hasn't even occurred yet. And the Bible did not predict, as there is no date. I could say that the apocalypse will have a week of snow, yet that does not make it happen. Let's make it so if it happened. Since we live on a tiny planet orbiting around an pretty average star, which is one of 4 billion stars, in a galaxy which is one of billions more, what makes you think that there is an almighty being focusing his attention on us? That is a very good question, Spoonage. And my response is, we're intelligent beings. If we were to be created, scrap that first. If evolution created us, okay, I don't even think evolution created us. Yes, they found potential DNA or whatever on rocks, meteors that could have landed on Earth when it was an uninhabitable mass and created life over billions or whatever, hundreds of millions of years that eventually evolved into the intelligent Homo sapiens that we are today. I personally don't think it's likely. I think we were created by intelligent design. Like, just the way that we and everything on this planet works. But at the same time, if you were to go by Darwin's theory of evolution, that the strongest of the species survives, then you would get everything we are today, like clam shells, whatever, that like resharpen their shell and they drill into shit, whatever, that they resharpen their drill, and it's like, oh, well, could that come by intelligent design? Or birds' legs that are hollow so they don't get cold or hot as fast, so they can, walk in cold water in November and be okay. It's like, well, evolution would create that over time, but at the same time, it's like, we're such intelligent beings. It's like, I think we were personally created. I just think that might have been how we would go. Whether it be by aliens, the Anunnaki, or whether it be by God, I think we were created. And as for why would God, out of all of the infinite universe, focus his attention on us little human beings, I'm not entirely sure. If he created us, that would warrant his attention, because he wanted to see how his beings were doing. And henceforth, he would monitor what we're up to and whatnot. So if we were created, which I think we do, God would monitor what we're up to. Right? Does that answer help you? I don't know. Had a bit to drink. But it was puking everywhere and he got me in a chokehold a couple times, and I was taking deep breaths so he couldn't choke me, and broke coolers and stuff on the floor. And anyway, okay. Dear God, are you there? Alright, Death Asylum. One of my avid viewers. Awesome, Death Asylum. You're dope. You made me a video, right? Once? Yeah? It was cool. I appreciate it. My first video response, so you will forever be remembered in my YouTube memory. Dear Christians, if the God of the Bible exists... exists and everything it says is true, what is the point of hell? Seriously. It's pointless when you really think about it. And will somebody please tell that 2 Samuel 12:11 is not what I'm interpreting because it sounds kind of fucked up. Thank you, Christians. I have no idea what Samuel 12:11 says. Terribly apologetic, terribly apologetic that I don't know what Samuel says. But as for the hell thing, think of this: an angel or a spirit being is a being of different creation. It's not a physical matter. So say you take a torch to an angel. That angel is not of matter, it is of energy, so it does not exist on the same plane as that fire does. Fire would do absolutely nothing. Same with bombs, bullets, boards, anything you try to hit that angel with, nothing. Hellfire would be the same thing as physical fire. Hellfire would be pointless to a physical or to a spiritual being. So when you die, your soul does not sink into hell. Hell was created by man to, interestingly enough, surprise, control us. You want to control the masses? How do you do that? If you die, you end up absolute existence. People will be like, big whoop, I cease to exist. Ooh, frightening. They'd be like, I don't want to worship the Catholics or Christian, whatever. It's like, because I don't care if I cease to exist after I'm dead. I live my life and that's it. It's over. But if you threaten people with hellfire, and this is in the Dark Ages, you say, oh, you don't believe what we say? You're going to burn in hell. A fiery, painful, deadly, eternal hell. Then people will be like, well, I better repent and tell my sins and, I'll be saved. Thank goodness I'll be saved. I won't burn in hell for eternity. And that's why hell isn't actually literal in the Bible. It was just a... Quick, what was hell? Gehenna. What was Gehenna? Gehenna.
This huge pit where they burned bodies, and it was like a dumpster. Gehenna. And to what they literally meant when they said it, to be thrown into Gehenna, thrown away, discarded.
To your body to be disposed.
It was like a big sulfur fire pit. That's where hell comes from.
The literal translation of burning in fire. So your soul doesn't burn, your physical body would be burned in this pit. And that continued on, and it ended up getting translated into your soul and whatever. And it's also a fantastic means of controlling people. You tell people their soul is going to be burned, they're going to be like, oh, I got to protect my soul, I got to continue worshiping this religion and giving all I have and whatnot. You religion, you're pathetic. So hell doesn't exist. They tell you it does, hell doesn't exist. If an intelligent being created us out of his image, it would not be out of a physical image, 4 arms, a head, a legs, a torso. It would be out of love. God created us out of love. We are creatures of we're capable of immense love. That is what he created us out of, love. He would not create a hellfire if we did not obey his what he wanted us to. He would create absolutely nothing to torture us. If you don't love him, then you simply cease to exist after your time is past. That's it. You have a trial period. When your trial is up, if you don't renew it via faith in a certain religion, you cease to exist. Simple as that. Hellfire doesn't actually exist. Catholics, Christians, whoever else tell you hellfire exists as a way to control people. Okay, that's all it is. If they say God made you in love, but he made a pit of fire to burn you if you didn't love him, then that's hypocritical. It doesn't make any sense. Any logical human could discern that the hell doesn't actually exist. It's only man-made. Gehenna, pit of sulfur that they burn bodies in, not souls, bodies. Those are my 2 questions. I'm a little bit tipsy, and I'm going to probably continue having a few sips or 2, and then, whatever. So this is my video for Friday, November the 15th, 16th? It's November the 16th. Fantastic. I'll see you guys in a few days. Hope you took the time to watch this whole video. If it was extremely helpful to you. And, I'll do it another day. I have a shout out. I'll give it another day. I have a video that I have a viewer appreciation video. One day I'll put something up like that out, and I have a few shout outs to give. Fantastic. Also, if you want to be my friend, if you're one of my longtime viewers, you probably viewed this to the entire end because you guys are awesome. So, if you want to be my friend, there's a Do You Want to Be My Friend video down below and somewhere in one of my videos. It's like the 58th video I've uploaded. Check it out. If you want to be my friend, there's a few requirements. If you don't have a camera, if there's no way for you to possibly upload or whatever a video, you can send me just a friend response with a message that says, I don't have a camera. And if you do have a camera and you send that because you're lazy, I'll be sad. But it'll, we'll live on. Alright, peace. I gotta deal with romantic issues. See you guys in a few days.